on the rationale behind the SPY trade. And in this short video, I'm going to share my thoughts here why I went with this SPY trade. So the level 383.2425, that's the low from yesterday, and we can see that from the charts here as you're seeing my charts. Um, so the idea here is that when so that's the low from yesterday, right? So that's my reference point. What did we do today? We actually had a gap down. We were actually opening lower than we closed somewhere here yesterday, right? So this is in reference with yesterday's trading. And what happened is this morning we opened lower. We had a whole lot of trading in the lower part of the day, lower part in the overnight session, and from the moment we opened, we actually rallied all the way up. And where did we stop? We stopped exactly at the low of the day yesterday, right? So that was if you were on call with me, I did mention that hey, that's the point where there is some resistance, and you want to watch out. So that's exactly what happened. We got rejected, and then we came all the way down to 82 area, and from there once we rolled back up. So now we have already tested the 80 83.24 once, and now when we are breaking this, think about it. Let's say if you were short from yesterday, okay, or let's say you sold into this weakness, because things were going down. Um, uh, Technically, what happens is it creates a kind of, I would say, it creates a kind of squeeze. Once we go into, it's not as bearish as you might have thought. That's the thinking. When we gap down today, if there was any negative bearish biasness, if there were any people who were short into yesterday's trading after this big run from day before yesterday, they have once we get above 383 24 25, they have to close their short positions because they are wrong, because their reference point is this is what their reference point is. Most of the traders, whoever is short or who went short into today, they are using this as a reference point, and that's my basis. That's why I went into long. I picked a strike 384 calls for Monday, for that expires on Monday, to see if we can get a test of 384. That's our next resistance, and I have drawn this based on these lower highs that we have been making since yesterday. It might be a minor stop, and if we cross over 384, obviously we have the 385 level for a test, and these higher areas. uh, so that's my idea. Um, Anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to answer it, but keep in mind it's being recorded. So if you're okay with that, I'll be happy to take a question. If not, then I'll stop the recording.